Hello, everybody. Hello. Let me know if you can hear me. The sound is right. Everything's good. How's everybody doing? If you're brand new here, thank you for passing by. My name is Jose. I'm a Yondang in Kendo, and this is Kendo Tips. We're going to be talking about Kendo. We're going to be watching some Kendo videos and just overall having a good time. So please let me know how you're doing. How has been your Kendo week? If you practice Kendo, and if you don't, just let me know how you are. Let me just do something real quick. Just for everybody to know, we have a Discord server that should be popping up in the chat anytime, any second now. Maybe. It'll take a second. But just so you know, you can pass by, join there, ask any questions, talk about Kendo, overall, have a good time. We have a bunch of people there. And I'm always very responsive there. So you can always pass by, say hello, and I'll make sure to answer any questions you may have. I did want to tell you the plan from the get-go. I do have very good news, I think. Very good news when it comes to the Kendo world. And I want to discuss that today and maybe go over with you and seeing what's going to be about the All Japan Championship happening this year. I do want to let you know that this week I'm having an idea to post maybe like once a week a video of basic waza, something that I'm doing, and then we can discuss it over here in the stream. If that's something you would like to do more in the future, we'll figure it out. So I have one that I didn't post yet, but I have it here on my computer so I can play it with you. We can talk about it. We can, see what you guys think about doing that type of format, kind of studying the basics. I'll show what I do, and maybe we can talk about what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, and overall just have a good time. Hi, Steven. Hi, Ben. Welcome to the stream. I wonder why the Discord... Wait, is the command? Aisha, how are you doing? Did I mess up the command? I think... Do I have to put the exclamation at the beginning? Hold on. Ben, funny enough, I do not plan on going to the West Coast right now. Oh, there it is. So anybody who would like to join the Discord server, it will be right here. I'll pin it. And let me tell you why I don't have plans for that is because 2 days after I bought a ticket to Greece to take the test in Greece, I got the email that there was going to be a test here in US. Doing the math, Mercs, welcome to the chat. Thank you for passing by. Doing the math, the test is going to come out pretty much the same, maybe even cheaper if I take it in Greece as if I take it here, because I guess my ticket to Greece was super cheap, was like 400 something bucks, plus I pay with miles. So, and the test is slightly cheaper. So, short answer, it's that I didn't know when I bought the ticket. So, yeah, my plan right now is to go to Greece in October. Well, this month, in a few weeks. So that's the plan, to go take Golden in Greece. Aisha, I'm doing good. It's been a very heavy week when it comes to Kendo and physical activity. So I'm a little bit sore and tired, but that's always a good thing, I think. So yeah, Ben, thank you. I will do my best. I'll definitely do my best. I'm going there a little bit earlier just to make sure that I have time to kind of acclimate to the change of schedule, and also to get to practice with different people, because obviously here I practice the same people, and I would like to get a little bit of diversity, just kind of to see how things are going for me, and overall see how can I get better too with that trip. Not just make it about just taking the test. I want to get something out of it. Mergs, you're gonna take your first grading next month. Any tips? Yes. First, I'm going to say, I'm guessing you're going for Q, right? Which, if you tell me in what federation you're in, are you in US? Are you outside of US? Do you know exactly which Q would you be going for? Because I know in some places you can skip some. Steven, thank you very much for the good luck wishes. I'll try to take more videos. I'll try to take more videos of me doing Kendo over there and post them for you guys. I promise you that. But Mercs, tips that I have, and if you guys have any more tips about testing, please bring them up. I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna try to not give you the cliche tips. First one, it's make sure that you put your uniform right, and if you're not used to it, practice putting your bogu on before the test. And I was thinking about making a video on like little tips on the bogu. So, but I'm just gonna go over them a little bit quick right here. So first, the himo on the men should be together to each other, not like on top of each other and not twisted. You should have the knot tied at the same height of your eyes, and make sure that you cut the excess of the himo. That will make it easier for you to put it on. It also is not gonna look as messy. The tenogui should be tucked inside of your man, so make sure you practice making sure that everything's in there nice and neat. Your do, always make sure that you tie it up nice and tight so that way it doesn't come loose during your test. Your uniform, your kendo gi, make sure that it's not like, I guess you guys cannot see my back because it's black, but you see like the kendo gi, sometimes it puffs up like out of your back, like, and it looks like all like messy and like wrinkly, like, and all weird. Make sure like, you make it straight, you make it nice. Jen, you're here. Thank you very much for passing by. You will be listening mainly tonight, and you won't be next to the screen always. It's okay, man. I appreciate you being here. If you have any advices for testing, that's what we're talking about, you can bring it over our way. Aisha, just don't overthink. I thought you said overlink. Yeah, do not overthink. Mercs, that is definitely a good tip. Do not overthink it. Go for Q. Most likely you will be doing some kihon and some kirikashi. So when you go in there, just make sure that you pay attention on how to come inside of the core and how to get out. Because you're going for third Q, I'm going to guess that you're not going to be the first one. So make sure you pay attention of how you present yourself. You come in properly and you come out properly. Obviously, that's not something that I can really show here. But you want to make sure that you bow together with your partner. You don't kind of like do it too quick where you go ahead of them or like way too much, right? You try to make sure that both of you look good. So try to do it in sync. Yeah, your bogu should be good. Your shinai should also be in good condition. So make sure you check it and everything's nice and neat before you get into that court, into that practice. Have a very good and strong kiai. And just overall, I think it's going to be pretty straightforward. Just think about doing everything correctly. It doesn't have to be the fastest. It doesn't have to be the hardest. They're just looking for you to understand that, for you to show that you understand the concepts that they're being asked of you. So I think the bogu is going to be very important, and also the way you execute your technique is going to be very important. So don't, as Aisha says, don't overthink it. Just do what you've been training to do. I think that goes for every test. Just do what you've been training to do. If it's not good, you'll get feedback and you'll do better next time. Obviously, it's not something that we want to fail at, but I think you'll be okay. If you do those things, make sure that you pay attention to your bogu, your equipment, and you pay attention to what you're doing at that moment, you'll be good. Mark, you said, thank you very much. You appreciate it. And you will practice all those things like normal. Yeah. And actually, that's a very good point. Something that a lot of athletes do, and I think is a very good thing to do at the dojo, is that when you're practicing at the dojo, put yourself in the situation. Put yourself in the shiai or put yourself in the test. And when you are at that moment, it will be easier for you to kind of normalize the feeling of you're used to being there. And then at that moment, you can think, I am doing just what I've been doing, right? Like you can feel like you're at the dojo at that point. So it balances out. It kind of helps you kind of not get overwhelmed with everything that's happening already, and kind of take away something extra that you don't really need to have in your mind. You are there to do what you've been training to do, period. Yeah, don't try to be perfect. you will stress you out. Yeah, go do your kendo. I think that's a very good advice. That's a very good advice from Aisha. Thank you, Aisha. And overall, I'll appreciate if you guys have any advice for testing, not only for Mercs but also for myself. As it already came up, I'll be testing soon, so I could also use the advice. Let me see. Let me see if I'm not missing something. When you practice at the dojo, don't try to just go through the. And this is just, I think, general good exercises for practice. Is that when you're there, just make sure that you're conscious about each time you hit, each time you go through, and not just doing it as like a let me just get tired. Let me just go around just to get tired. No, you're doing there to polish. So there are drills that you want to do that specifically, like a karigeko, that you want to get that constant movement, but even then you're also trying to get ippon every time you go, right? I don't know. That's my opinion. Some of my thoughts. Anyways, how are you guys doing? How has your training been this week? Let me know. Has there been any change lately on the amount of practices that you can do weekly? Any change in the regulations? For me, I've seen that a lot of people that are practicing up north from where I'm at, they're using masks. So I'm going to be making a point of once in a while, because at the dojo where I'm at, masks are not required. And I think for me, it's easier to talk, right? Like when I'm explaining something at the dojo without the mask. But I'm going to push myself to do training with masks as well, because I don't want to be like out of my element when I go outside to practice with other people. So that's my personal thing. I'm not saying that you should, because I don't know what your situation is. So guys, if you could, please hit the like button just to make sure that this video gets pushed out to more people, letting me know that you're here too. But let me show something to you that I'm actually very, very excited for. Let me just share this screen real quick. 1 second. Is it this one? Okay. Okay, got this. Shen, welcome to the stream. Thank you for passing by. Appreciate you. Guys, I don't know if you guys seen this already. I don't know if you guys have heard, but they announced the date for the All Japan for this year. And the date is going to be November 3rd. It's right here. Oh, it's a little bit out of frame. And now this is a little bit all up in my face. So let me just put that over here. So, Aisha, so you'll be back to the dojo next week. Please keep me updated how it goes for you, how you feel. What do you notice when you go back to the dojo? What do you feel like you're missing from when you were at the dojo before? But most importantly, what are you surprised to have kept? Because I think that's actually more important. Jan, could I please take my exam? It's much easier to give advice if you can see my kendo. Do you have recording of the last gradings? I don't have recording of my last grading. The space was really tiny, really, really, really tiny. I think like one man through and I was already up on the wall. So I don't have, and there was a lot of people in that little tiny room. But I don't have that grading. I think I may have a copy of my Sandan somewhere, not sure. But I'm planning on recording it. I'm already bringing all my setup just to make sure that I have the possibility to record it. Most importantly, without assistant, because that's normally my biggest problem. Like have someone go and hit record when I'm not able to hit record right before going into my test. but I promise you I'll try my best. What was I gonna say? What I was thinking of doing is that, and I'm gonna do this today. I'm going to show a little bit of my practice. Not necessarily Keiko. I'm just gonna, because I don't have the opportunity to do much Keiko right now, but kind of like just working on maybe one technique a week that I can show. I'm not necessarily doing this for my testing. I'm doing this in general just to share, and we can talk about it. My plan is that maybe we can talk about it and how we can make our Kendo better that way. But yes, the answer is yes. I will do my best to record. Promise you. Okay, so guys, the All Japan Kendo Championship this year. Guess who's back? The police is back. If you notice here, look who's competing right here. Ando's competing. Police officer, teachers, police prison officer, teacher, student, university student, company employee, police, teacher. Let me see. So what I was thinking of doing today, talking a little bit about some of these people, some of the competitors that are going to be competing, and maybe trying to figure out who you guys think are the top contenders. If you have any favorite, you guys already know. You guys already know my favorite, right? Right there. Kunitomo is my favorite. I'm surprised to not see in Osaka. I'm surprised to not see Maeda or Tsuchitani, right? And actually not company employee, no, just two police officers. So I kind of wanted to. I don't remember these two names. I'll probably want to go check out, see if I find their videos, their fights. But I'm not. Maybe I met Tsuchiya when I was there, but I'm not sure about Kusano, Ryujiro. I don't know. If you guys have any videos of them, please send them. Like you can paste them. Maybe the Discord will be best, because I think YouTube will block this one here. But you guys have any favorites? You guys have anybody that you guys think that has high chances of getting it, of winning this year's? I'm gonna say that I'm surprised to see the police being in this tournament specifically, because a friend of mine told me when the police officers were not allowed to practice, and I don't know if still like what the regulation is with them right now, but I know that my friend told me that most likely there were not gonna be any police, because the recruitment period had already started before they were allowed to train. So it's kind of like a little bit weird. I don't know if it was like a last minute decision, what they're thinking about it is. I don't know. But I'm going to say, I'm really liking that Kunitomo is in there. I'm also really liking Ando being in there. If you guys recall, a few months back, I showed a video of Ando and Kunitomo doing Keiko together, and Ando looked real strong. Like he looked real strong. So yeah, there's that. Let me see. So yeah, just let me know in chat if you guys have any prefecture that you will like, that you're biased towards, that you really like, that you'd like me to see, or any specific player. When I saw the list first, obviously I didn't see it in English, right? I saw it in Japanese, and I was trying to figure out, like, who did I know, and the first one that I picked up was Takenouchi, right? So I was like, oh, Takenouchi's competing. So wait, hold on, he's a police officer, right? So I wanted to see if it was that really like a police officer. So I found the full schedule. I found this whole thing. Like I'm translating it to Google, the Google extension, whatever, in Chrome, and that's how you guys can see this completely in English, and I went over and I see that a lot of the participants are police officers. Just cool. It's cool to see. Anybody remember Hoshiko? Like he won the last one, right? What prefecture was he from? I wonder if he's competing. Let's see. Okay. Yep. Okay. Oh wow! Look, he shows us unemployed. That's very interesting. So, did he graduate already? That's that's interesting. That's I don't know what to I don't know what to think about this, right? Because normally this you wouldn't see this, right? I wonder what's up with that. What do you guys what do you guys think? Very interesting. Very interesting. Uh, Obviously, I mean, he has all it takes to be in there, to be in this competition. Um, he was part of Team Japan. You know, he won the last All Japan, and I would like to see his performance in this tournament. I'm excited to see. I have very strong feelings towards Ando for some reason. Going over this list, if you guys have any other vibes about somebody else, please let me know. That'll be awesome. But anyways, let's get going watching some videos. How about that, guys? What do you guys think about that? Let me close this real quick. Okay. For some reason, like the chat is being really slow right now. But let me open up the player. So the first video I'm going to show guys is going to be a little bit of a men practice. What I did is I edited it so that way I cut up the pieces where it's only me practicing the men. And I think I even chopped up some of the ones that were coming from the other side because the camera wasn't picking it up. The angle is not the best. I'm gonna admit that. But maybe we can look up and see some of the things that are happening in here that you guys think could be done better, or you know, some of the things that you feel that are good elements that you would like to, you know, pick up for your own practice. So let me go over here. Okay. Hey, why is this on here? Oh. Okay, there we go. All right, let me turn off the music real quick. Okay. So I am on the right side. I'm going to play this first. Aisha, did I watch the All Japan Kendo Championship, the Women's All Japan Kendo Championship? I did. I didn't watch it all. And I don't remember who won that one. Did Seno win that one? I forgot. Oof, I forgot. I'm sorry. I watched a big part of it, but I didn't watch it live. I watched videos that they posted after. Which reminds me, guys, I'm thinking of doing a watch party, like going live like I did for the Hachidan All Japan, November 3rd. So I'm thinking that that's something that I would like to do, just to, you know, be here and yes, Steven. So yeah, Seno won. Seno, and yeah, you're right, because I was saying that I told that story, right, where I was in a venue where like they were celebrating her school's win, and I met her, you know, I like took pictures and everything. So I was pretty happy about that. Maybe I didn't mention that here, but anyways, but yeah. So yeah, she's pretty cool. Her kendo is pretty amazing, and the fact that she was in the world championship with like 17 years old, that's nuts. Like she's really good. She's really good. Anyways, so the plan here, it's kind of go over and watch a little bit of Kihon practice, and as I will go, maybe every week I will just show something different every week, like a different technique, and we can go over to see some of the things that we think could be good, and some of the things that may need improvement. This practice was the very next practice after last week's journaling video that I did with you guys. So some of the things that I was working on here specifically was the fluidity of going through, making sure that I wasn't hitting too deep, and I was having more synchronization with the kiai. Those were the kind of like the main points that I was working on, or that I was thinking on during this practice. I do have to say, because on this practice specifically, I was like over aware of the things that I wanted to work on, because I did this with everybody here live, right? So I have to say this, the aspects that I thought I was doing good came to mind during this practice. Also, the aspects that I feel that needed improvement came to mind. And the things that I said that I specifically wanted to work on were more focused on, because I had this little sentence that I could repeat in my head after each drill. So overall, I find a lot of benefits of doing this, where it makes it simple. I have a little sentence in my head to kind of bring up or remind myself what is that I want to do in that practice. Anyways, let's watch a little bit of this. Okay. Okay. So what I want to do first is let's work a little bit on the first two that I went in. I feel that my posture again is pretty good. I'm coming in, I'm going through with good energy, right? I'm not stopping at the hit, which I find really good. And I feel that I am getting a little bit better when it comes to distance. I'm not hitting too deep or as deep as I was hitting the practice before. Still not perfect. Sorry, I feel like there's a cable hitting here. Still not perfect, but working on it. Right, so let's go frame by frame. And there's another thing that's something that I want to work on, is that the continuity between that first step and that second step, where there's not a cutoff of the energy. I want to make sure that the energy goes through and like it doesn't get cut off, right? And hold on, I went too fast. I really don't like the way that the PC playback. So I feel like although I could hit a little less deep, or like a little more with the tip, I think it's definitely better than it was the practice before. So in this one that I'm going back and forth, I'm actually very, very happy that at this practice, in this last one that you saw, I was able, or it's not I was able, that I turned and I just kept going, because I think it's easy for us to finish the wasa, turn around, then just relax and not go, right? Kind of like take a break, and not necessarily that it's bad to take that break, but it's also, I don't want to break the concentration on the drill. And I think that by doing that right there, I was able to stay focused and keep going. And I think it's a good attitude overall. I'm not saying that I do it all the time, but I'm saying that it's a habit that I like to cultivate. Feel like here my step was a little bit too deep, and I kind of sank my weight in at the moment of the strike. Maybe not that much, but still. So it kind of make Like it kind of feels that my left leg is being dragged for me a little bit on that moment. I think this one, yeah, like for some reason I felt weird, and I was like, let me try one more. But I think I should have just kept going and just finished that. So overall, I think that having that mindfulness of practice, of being able to kind of keep those things in my head, are beneficial, and I feel like I get more out of the practice. And for me, it's I think it's good to always feel like I'm working on something and improving something, right? Like just so that way I don't feel like I'm just, even if it's a very little thing that I'm improving, I don't feel like I'm just staying flat. Jan, you think that my motivation could have taken Itsoku Ito no Kamae for me after turning, or was this a plan to start from Toma? So not necessarily. So I'm still working on, like, he put his bogu not long ago. So right now I'm trying to get him to understand distance and stuff. So for me, it's better for him to kind of keep a little bit of distance, so I take one step and go, than coming in too close, because that has been a concern. So, but yes, you're right, and something that we're working on. So yeah, we're getting there. Like literally, no queue. He has like no queue. Like been like, I think like 3 months, maybe 2 months with in total in Kendo. That being said, though, I am very, very amazed of how much progress he has made in such little time. I can tell that he really wants to get better. So I'm really excited. And now that he's getting to understand a little bit more, like the communication, and like not necessarily the communication, but like not holding back. Like I think we were both enjoying it a lot more now this way. But I think you're right. It comes with the distance, but I feel like he's still learning how to anticipate the distance as the person turns and so on. So I did ask him to not come too close, to kind of stay a little bit out. Yeah, does that answer that question? Am I babbling too much? I don't know. Anything else you guys seen? What I did notice, and especially I noticed that I have it on my phone, so I practiced Kayashido yesterday, and my shinai still, like the tip of my shinai, I feel like it's a little bit too high for my kamae. So it's something I kind of want to make a little bit more distance forward for my kamae, but it's very little. Like it's not that big of a deal. But it's just something that I would like to. I've been suggested to work on, and it's something that I want to try as well. I do feel that I have a little bit more control over my opponent when I keep my tip slightly lower, so I can make a little bit more distant. I can feel like I'm threatening the opponent. Maybe he can feel that he's being threatened from a little bit farther than if my tip is up. Also, if you bring your tip up too high, you become vulnerable on the kote. But great point, Jan. Thank you very much. Yeah, for bringing that up. So what I wanted to do is that I know we watch plenty of Kunitomo's videos and so on. I feel that watching one from another player that's going to be in this year's All Japan will be kind of cool. Just kind of like seeing the fight style, like kind of seeing the type of player he is, and so on. And you guys, hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So let's see. Okay, and again, these guys are so popular that most likely you've seen them. You've seen them before. So yeah, Steven, you'll go. Oh my God, you're rubbing it in, huh? You're rubbing it in that you're gonna go get some ramen. God, can't wait to go visit you, man, so we can go get some ramen. Enjoy, bro. Like, nice. You should send some pictures in the food channel at the Discord. What was I gonna say? Did we see if Nishimura? What prefecture? What is Nishimura again from? Let me see. Yep, like yeah, you're rubbing it in, huh? Wait, guys, I wanted to see something. Oh, what is this? No, not that. Window capture. This. Okay, so he's from Kumamoto, right? Let's see if Nishimura is Nishimura competing. No. Huh. Only one person too. I wonder why. I wonder how the selection was done for this All Japan. I need to keep I need to keep researching or investigating this because this is interesting. I wonder why is Nishimura not participating. Anyways, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to watch this video of Nishimura and Ando and see what can we pick up from here, what can we learn, and just kind of get a little bit of a teaser for or a preview for this year's All Japan. Hope you enjoy it. Okay. 1 second. Okay. Here we go. So Nishimura is on the red, Ando's on the white. Very challenging Ironman, huh? Ooh. Relentless. That Kote. What I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm not gonna stop it, and we will watch the replay after. That way, we get a little bit feel of the whole fight. Ooh. Obviously, it didn't hit, but the level of energy was very good. Ooh, those mans are very dangerous from Nishimura. One of the things that, one of the reasons why I feel that Ando has a good chance, has a good opportunity for this year, is his diversity in Waza. I feel that, granted, Nishimura is very skillful, right? Like he has a lot of abilities, but there's something that makes me feel that Ando has like a bigger repertoire on techniques. Like something like that, right? Like that. We'll watch it again too, by the way. Granted, Nishimura, it's dangerous with those kote. Oh. Okay. Let's start with that last point. Let's that C point. Just because Yeah, he's definitely strong, Aisha. 100%. Now, okay, let's watch this frame by frame. Yeah, I have a little bit of. So, I think maybe both of them missed. It's so fast. No, I think yeah, Nishimura. Maybe deep, yeah, maybe deep. So but you win, you lose. That doesn't mean that he's a bad competitor because he's I mean he won the individuals, right, for the world championship as well. Anyways, but I feel that Ando, the representation is going to put in this All Japan is going to be very interesting. He's going to be one of the players that I'll be watching a lot. Again, because I feel that his diversity in Waza, it's amazing. It's pretty good. And let me see, like I had one, like the Yakudo that he threw here, right? It's something that normally you don't see it often, right? Being pulled off, right? Look at that. He's trying to create the opening. Granted, tricky, but he's trying to create the opening, and like from this angle, which I don't think many people expect to get hit Gyakudo in there, and being the shortest path, I think it could be pretty effective when done properly, right? He picked him up and trying to go in there. Granted, it wasn't as successful, Waza, but even if he wasn't successful, it probably also got him thinking to make sure that he doesn't lift his hands, giving the possibility to make another opening. The other timestamp that I had was right around here. Maybe it was a little bit earlier. What do you mean, Aisha, that he couldn't pass him? I don't know why I wrote down this time. Maybe I messed up and it was supposed to be 240. Now, I do want to point out, because I feel that this happens a lot when people are trying to be competitive, is that people tend to be very jumpy, right? And now these two guys are very athletic, but they're also picking their spots and when they're going to be moving around fast, when they're going to be coming in with a different timing, they're gonna like slow down, accelerate, and so on. I think it's very important to understand how to do and when to do. And it's something that it's easy for people to kind of get lazy, or not necessarily lazy, but kind of like lose the concentration and then just not be engaged during the fight, right? Especially if you're jumping around too much. So Nishimura, Aisha, what you're saying is that Nishimura like hit him and he couldn't pass through. I mean, it's interesting because, Sanshin not necessarily means to pass through, but means to be alert of your opponent, right? So they can come in to a city eye, they could do tatari into a city eye, right? Because they are waiting to get, not waiting to get, but like they're looking to get the very next opening. And sometimes that opening comes right after the first waza. So maybe that's what they're trying to do in those instances. Now, granted, I did want to watch Ando fight before the championship, because we know that the rules are different on this All Japan. So what you see in here, the way that he sometimes approaches with this to make the opening, that could be a Hansoku based on the temporary Corona rules, right? This separation here will be totally fine. This is within the new rules. This is completely fine. But sometimes I saw that Ando was kind of coming in, even maybe borderline that way that he approached to do that Yakudo. Maybe it could be thought as a Hansoku. Maybe, I don't know. We will see. Anyways. Other timestamp that I had that I wanted to show or share with you guys around here. Okay, so hold on. I do find very motivating seeing this type of engagement that Ando is not letting up, right? Like he's looking for the next opportunity, the next opportunity. He makes a distance, he separates, and then he comes right away for Awasa. Granted, Nishimura didn't fall asleep, and he picked up that kote. Again, we know that Nishimura, it's dangerous with those kote from underneath. This is Nishimura's prime real estate. Like, this is his house. This is his home. This kote. He has the ability to hit that kote so fast and from so many different angles, with so many different timings, that, you know, it makes him very dangerous to come in like that. And this is one of the last things that I wanted to share from this video. Wait, a little bit before. Okay, so it wasn't successful, but look what Ando on the white is doing against Nishimura, right? He's coming in, he's threatening the man, but immediately going around for the kote, right? Again, I think it's a good, I personally like that waza, and believes called men or semete kote, right? But it's something that also shows Ando's diversity when it comes to his waza. Then he tries one more time because I guess he picked up that Nishimura covers a lot his man, right? But it's not necessarily working at this point. Now, that's the second time he tries it. And like he tries in a row, he sees that it's not really working, moves on. Perfectly good. Right? Those type of approaches right here, I feel that they will be hesitant on doing because of the new rules, the new regulations. So let's see what happens to Japan. I'm actually generally very excited to see this All Japan championship. Wait, what's like right here? Right there. That type of approach, then doing nothing. I think it could be, if it is done repeatedly, it could be taken as a Hansoku. If I'm interpreting the rules right? We went over this last week. But anyways, is there any other player that you guys are excited to see that you would like to kind of discuss and talk about? What I will do this week is I'm going to try to find some matches from a couple of them. Let's do something. If anybody, it's in the Discord, if you can pass by in the Discord and then drop a player that you would like me to research, to find videos for, next week we can sit down and actually go over them and see, like, you know, trying to figure out who the best choices will be for this All Japan. So that way I also plan it out. If we're going to do a watch party, I want to plan it out where we can follow the players throughout the courts. So I want to start doing that now, preparing for that now. Guys, I am not doing this streams lately too long. I want to do them a little bit short, a little bit more concise, trying something different. I am preparing myself to kind of make a little bit of changes within the channel and the format. I want to add more days of stream, because especially I want to do a day on Spanish. So I'm still trying to organize myself on that. I'm trying to figure out what works. Please, if you have any suggestions of what would you like to see, some of the things you would like me to talk about or like me to do here in the stream, please let me know. I'm working to find out what will be the best choice and what will be the best things that you will get back the most. So I really appreciate everybody being here, sharing your thoughts and talking about Kendo with me. You guys keep me very motivated on keep learning and studying myself. And I want to make sure that I'm passing on as much as I can the best way possible. So that being said, please, if you can pass by the Discord channel or even write me in the comment box or here in the chat box every time that we stream, I would really appreciate that, because I want to make sure that I'm doing the best for you guys. So yeah, please do that for me if you wouldn't mind. That being said, guys, if you haven't already, hit that like button just to make sure this video starts getting pushed out for more people. I'm also going to try to set up where I identify some of the things that we talk about on each stream, and then put it on the title, figure out maybe like on the timestamps. I'll figure something out. But guys, thank you very much for being here. Aisha, see you next time. I'll be here next Sunday. And on the Sunday of the 14th, of the weekend of the 14th, I will not be here because I will be traveling to Greece. So unless I find reliable internet, I'm pretty sure I will not be able to stream. That being said, I'm really grateful for everybody here. Please have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good week. Keep me updated with your training. And guys, please take care and do more Kendo. Take care. Bye-bye.